Hey, it's Patrick Grosser with Fathom Realty, and this is your Cincinnati real estate market news for October of 2021. We're going to review the numbers for this past month, compare it to the same month in 2020, see how we measure up, and we're also going to talk about 3 strategies you can utilize in the off-season here in the fall and winter in Cincinnati to achieve your real estate goals. So let's jump into the numbers again for October of 2021, compare them to October of 2020. First of all, new listings are down 15%. We're already in a low inventory market. We don't want to see a drop in the number of new listings. We'll explain why that's the case in a second. Closings are down 6%. That reflects overall less activity than the same time last year. Also not great news for anybody. So those are really explained, as we've done so in the last several weeks, by the fact that the COVID-19 pandemic delayed a lot of buyers and sellers' plans of making a move in the spring and the summer of 2020, delaying it until the fall and the winter of 2020 when people realized this pandemic's going to go on a lot longer than they thought. They might as well make their move. So we actually saw a lot more activity in the off-season in 2020, the fall and the winter, than we normally do. Whereas in 2021 so far this fall, as it's just getting started, we're actually seeing a normal trend in 2021 of less activity, fewer listings than we saw in the summer and the spring of 2021. Average sale price, again, compared to the same time last year, is up 13%. That's been pretty steady over the last few months. We've seen it as high as 19% back in May, but overall we're seeing around 17% as an average rise in the home prices from last year. Certainly great news for homeowners, difficult news for buyers. Again, we're seeing that home prices are increasing pretty quickly here in 2021 compared to last year. We don't see that trend really changing, except for possibly if there was a rise in the mortgage interest rates next year, as we're being told may happen. There may be suppressed demand, and that may actually affect home prices as well. Average days on market is down 21%. We've seen it as high as 67%. We're seeing that it's taking about 15 days right now for a listing to go from active to pending status on average, whereas this time last year it was only taking 19 days, so not a big change there. Total inventory is 2.16 months, so that includes active, pending, and coming soon inventory. So pending listings are listings that have already accepted an offer but they haven't closed yet, so they are still counted as part of total inventory. But the real measure of what's going on in the market is active inventory, including coming soon listings, what buyers have to choose from, and that's only 39% of 2.16 months, which is 0.85 months, or in other words, something that makes more sense, 25 days worth of active inventory for buyers to choose from. So it's still very tight inventory-wise. There's still pretty strong demand, not as much as there was in the summer, but overall we're still very much in a historic market that's favorable towards sellers. So we'll talk here in a second about what we can do to achieve your real estate goals, whether you're buying, selling, or if you're doing both at the same time here in these market conditions. So if you're thinking about selling your home, again, it's a historically favorable market for sellers, more so than we've ever seen in Cincinnati or in the entire country this year. Yes, the market has slowed down a little bit since this summer and the spring, as is normal in the fall and the winter. If it's the right time for you in your life to make a move, and if you have to sell your home in order to make that move possible, I don't recommend waiting any longer. Even though it is the off season, I still would recommend, because we don't know what next year brings, and we do see some possible change coming. But because you would be listing your home for sale in the off season when there's fewer buyers, you need to do more proactive marketing than the generic marketing of putting it in the MLS and on all the sites like Zillow and other ones. You have to actually reach people where they are, even if they're not actively searching for a home. You want to reach the types of people that would be interested in your home, even if they're kind of on the sidelines. And we do that through a process we call target marketing. You can learn more about that at patrickgrosser.com/sell. There's an educational overview of what target marketing is, how it works, why it works better for our clients than the generic marketing that most agents and owners do. But essentially, we look at the unique features of your home and we match them through demographic research with the types of people who would be most interested in those unique features of your home. So we actually find the people who would consider your home to be a perfect fit or their dream home. And therefore, those people are willing to pay you a premium for your house, top dollar, give you the best terms for the sale of your home because they feel like it's a perfect fit for them. So again, that's a very sophisticated approach. That's a really quick overview, but there's an extensive explanation educational overview there at that link there, patrickgrosser.com/sell. Check it out, learn more about target marketing, see if it's a good fit for you, and if it's the right time for you to sell, you might as well take advantage of the historic seller's market before things possibly change next year. Now, if you're thinking about buying a home, maybe you're not even ready to start looking at houses in person, maybe you're not ready to get pre-approved, you probably don't want to be bothered by a salesperson, maybe you would consider yourself in a just looking type of phase. It's a good time of year in the off season to be keeping an eye on the market because there are some good deals out there, maybe listings that were on the market in the summer that haven't sold yet, or people are listing their house now that don't want to wait till next year, that may be in a more urgent situation to sell, maybe more negotiable. So we know a lot of people are in that situation, so we have developed what we call the just looking approach. You can check out more information about that, how it works, how you can get signed up for that. Click the link, patrickgrosser.com/justlooking. There's a funny story in there how we came up with that I think you can relate to, but essentially what we do is we set up a custom search in the MLS to make sure that you're getting notified instantly of any listings that match your criteria as soon as they hit the market. So you're the first to know about it. You don't have all that competition from other buyers by browsing online and finding out about it a day or two later. We actually make sure you get instant access to that. And we also keep you in mind for off-market opportunities. These are homeowners that are willing to sell off-market. As you might imagine, we advertise all the time for new listings, and when we come across somebody who's thinking about selling their home, we also ask would they consider selling off-market. They may be able to get more money on the open market, but they may actually prefer doing less work in preparing for showings and photography and doing the traditional sales approach on the open market. They might just want to sell at a price that works for them and the timing that they need for their move off market to somebody. So we can actually take you through the traditional showing and offer process, but the difference is if we match you with an off-market opportunity like that, is you wouldn't be competing with any other buyers. You would be the only offer that the sellers are considering. So we've been able to do that successfully before. It's worked out for both buyers and sellers in that situation. So if you're interested in that and interested in getting a custom search on the MLS to look on the open market as well, but you don't want to be bothered by a salesperson, we'll just set up these searches, keep you in mind for what you're looking for, let you know if there's an opportunity that matches what you're looking for. Otherwise, we totally leave you alone. That's our just looking approach. Again, learn more about how to get signed up for that at patrickgrosser.com/justlooking. If you're thinking about buying and selling at the same time, you may not know if buying first or selling first is right, or if you want to try to do both at the same time, do back-to-back closings the same day, make your entire move in one day. The most difficult challenge, in addition to the logistics of moving all of your belongings from one place to another, is to figure out the financing options, because that's going to affect whether you can buy first or sell first, or if you have to do both at the same time. So there's some traditional options that you can utilize to tap your home equity, get yourself in a better financial position so you can qualify to hold two mortgages, at least temporarily, so you can buy first, move in, then sell, and you don't have to worry about moving twice. So I've put together an educational video on those traditional options at patrickgrosser.com/bridge. There's also a new option you can utilize called the bridge solution, where you can actually sell to an investor, lease it back month to month, stay in your home. You can erase your mortgage debt by doing that and also tap your home equity so you can pay off some debts, trade up to a better loan. In fact, we've had some clients be able to utilize that this year, and they were able to sell their home for more than they thought it was worth. They actually got the home that they wanted in a multiple offer situation because they had the most attractive offer. Regardless of your situation, if you're planning a move and you have to buy and sell in order to do that, it's a good idea to brush up on your knowledge of all of your options. Go ahead and take a look at the video at patrickgrosser.com/bridge. Now, I hope this information is helpful to you. We do market news videos every Friday. We do buyer seller tips and strategy videos occasionally as well. If you'd like to make sure that you get more of these videos in the future, hit the like button. Also, if you want to make sure you don't miss any of our videos in the future and you're watching on Facebook, follow our business page and turn on notifications. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, you want to subscribe, we'll put a card up there for you to subscribe to our channel, which is Patrick Grosser-Cincinnati Realtor. And by the way, if you notice that there's some topics we haven't covered yet, maybe a question you have you'd like us to answer in this video format, go ahead and drop those in the comments for us. We'd be happy to get you educated, answer those questions for you. Chances are there's somebody else in our audience here in the community that has the same questions and probably wants us to cover those topics as well. So we'd be happy to do that for you. I'm Patrick Grosser. Thanks for watching.